Hello everybody, how are you all doing? This is Nawaz, and as we are all working from our home, I have got my setup in my kitchen, and I hope that all of you are doing well, that your families are well, and that you're doing the social distancing and doing what your government is requiring you to do so that things can get back to normal as soon as possible. To start with, I thought I would go back to the beginning a little bit, to say maybe about 41 years ago when Forever Living started, 42 years ago. But soon after we started, we ended up having some issues. First, with the manufacturer we were using, who decided to get greedy on us and decided to, although we had an exclusive with him, decided to sell products to more people. And then, of course, because we could not guarantee that our products would be handled the way we wanted them to, we had to cut ties on an urgent basis. We'd just been in business for a short time, so that became a little bit difficult for us at that point in time to figure out what to do. At that time, there was no social media. All we had were telephones, and you had to get on an airplane to go anywhere, even to have any meetings, find the places to go. Rex RJ ran around, found a place that we could purchase, and that's how Aloe Vera of America got started. Because we were desperate to find a way to make our own products, because Rex did not want to go through this one more time again. Well, fast forward a little bit, obviously, had product shortages, things were difficult for us at that point in time. So I guess what I'm trying to tell you guys is, you're not the only ones going through this. We have lived through several of these issues, not as bad as a pandemic, for sure. That's not a global thing. But we have lived through this, and we've had issues before. Then came the freeze, when our aloe vera plants all froze. This was on Christmas Day. Rex had to leave his family and go and find ways where we could salvage some of the plants. So we had to bring our workers back to the fields to pick out the plants. Knowing a freeze was coming, we got the leaves off as much as we can, and we stored them so we could get them stabilized and have some aloe available. But again, there was a shortage. We couldn't meet our needs. So these are things we have lived through before, and we really feel that we've come out stronger. Now, we don't panic. We don't just go, hey, the end of the world, what do? We don't do that. We look at the issues we are facing. We look at each country, what's going through. We have meetings on a weekly basis. And again, Rex and Greg are very available to us to say, Rex, I talked to Greg just Saturday night. I'm like, Greg, I've got these issues. India's facing all of these challenges. What can we do? What can we do to help them? Every one of our executives is totally aware of what is going on in India, what's going on in the world. And I just want you guys to know that you are not alone. We are there with you. Now, just imagine if this had happened 10 or 15 years ago. No Facebook, no WhatsApp, no Zoom, nothing. These are all the platforms you have where you can reach millions of people, no matter where you are. Sitting in your armchair, you can reach the people. 15 years ago, this would not have happened for sure. And you know that every business has its ups and downs, right? That is going to happen no matter what business you're in. Even when all the products are available, even when everything is perfect, you still have ups and downs in your business. That is going to happen. So you guys need to just get strong. You have to look around you. Don't just get so engrossed in yourself. Look around you and see what is happening in the world with this pandemic. See how people are suffering. At least you guys know, as soon as the government opens up India, we will be able to get the products out to you. You will be able to pick up your business. And I'm hoping you're taking this opportunity to be sitting in your armchair and doing quarterbacking from your armchair and contacting all the people that are out there right now that don't know if tomorrow they will have a job. They really have no idea. Look at the tourism industry for one. Entire tourism industry is going to collapse. There are millions of people that are out there. I've got friends in airlines. They've all had to take a 3-month sabbatical because the airline doesn't have the money to keep going. Every tour operator, people are not going to go right now traveling. They're all hurting. I just heard probably half an hour ago that Disney is laying off 40,000 people. 40,000 people, can you imagine? And if you complain, what are those people going to do when all of these stay-at-home restrictions are lifted? What are they going to do? They have families to feed, they have mortgages to pay. These are the people that are out there that need this opportunity, that need our products. Because again, after this pandemic, and even now, people are realizing they've taken life for granted and they've taken their health for granted. Right? And what can we do? We can provide them an opportunity to improve their lifestyle, make money. It will be tough. There is no free lunch. Forever is not a free lunch, as is not in any other business. But they're not going to have to pay rent. They're not going to have to buy inventory, right? We've got all that available for them. If they have money just to buy one case credit of product, they can buy one case credit of product and go back 2 days later and buy more. What we are facing right now is just temporary. And you guys have to realize that. You have to show self-discipline and leadership right now. I think that is very, very critical. This is the time for personal development for all of you. How many times was it that you were coming home late at 1 o'clock in the morning after your meetings? You had no time, you were exhausted, no time with your family. Use this opportunity to spend time with your family because you are not fighting traffic for 2 and 3 hours, which you guys do in India all the time. That is the time to spend with your family, but also be disciplined enough to set time aside to work on your business. That is very, very important. In life, we take so many things for granted. But now is the time to get a different perspective. Now is the time to say, what can I do to help others? We are not chasing money. That is not what we in Forever do. We are not chasing money. Our thing is to help people. By helping people, we can help ourselves. So if you will look for the people around you, there's so many people in your community that don't know what happens after the stay-at-home order is lifted, whether that's going to be at the end of April or whether it's going to be earlier than that, nobody knows, or maybe into May. They don't know, they're worried. They don't know where the next meal is going to be coming from. If you can give them some hope, if you can work with them and show them what Forever can do for you, I think that for them, that's the important thing. Question I have for you is your desire to be a success and your desire to help other people, is that bigger than the excuses you can make? Because if your excuses are big and you really are going to use that as a crutch and not go out and use this opportunity to contact people around the world, I think you're missing a fabulous opportunity. Remember, do not forget your why. Why did you start in this business? And right now in this world, there are so many people that are so desperate and probably have so many reasons why they want to have an opportunity that they can take and build, do whatever they can to even have enough money to put food in there for their family. Maybe that's all they're asking for. And you have that available. You should be able to take that. Again, think about it. We have everything at our fingertips. You have to support your team. Your team is looking at you for leadership. If you're going to be, oh my God, the world is ending, doom and gloom, my business is done, I will never be successful, they're going to say exactly the same thing, and you know what they're going to do? They're going to do nothing because you're doing nothing. If you're going to teach them that in the morning you spend a couple of hours with your family, but then you're setting aside 8 hours to concentrate on your business, or 10 hours, or for 12 hours, or 5 hours, whatever it is you have, That is the time dedicated to nothing else but building your business. They will do the same for you. You cannot forget your goals. You cannot set a bad example. Are you going to be resilient? Are you going to be a leader? These are tough times, and we have to think outside the box. We just have to figure out what we can do to make things work. This is still an eye-to-eye business, face-to-face business, but it may be done the way I'm doing it with you, right? That may be the way we're going to have to do this. So let me tell you a little thing. I don't know if you've heard a little story. Charlie Chaplin. I think he probably was around here about 100 years ago or something like that. And maybe a lot of you don't even know who he is, but ask your parents about him if you don't. You're the younger generation, probably don't know who he is. Charlie Chaplin was a comedian, and he told a joke, and people laughed. At that point in time, people loved Charlie Chaplin, and they laughed. Well, he repeated the joke again, and only a few people laughed. So he repeated it again, and nobody laughed. So he asked, he said, "You cannot laugh at the same joke if I tell it to you second or third time. But you will cry again and again over the same thing day after day. You will continue to feel sorry for yourself." He reminded people even way back then to enjoy life, to make every moment in life count. He said nothing in life is permanent. Even your troubles are not permanent. Can you relate to that? You know this too will pass. He said he loved to walk in the rain because nobody could see his tears. See what he's saying? His tears were his own. It's nothing he needed to share with anybody else. He said the most wasted day in your life is the day when you don't laugh. You need to find joy in what you're doing. You need to find passion. You need to have compassion for the people that are around you right now. You need to have compassion for the people that work with you. Give them the extra time they need, the extra energy they need. So if you're thinking, why is she out there lecturing us at this point in time? Are you thinking, what is Forever going to do for us? Why is Forever expecting us to do all this ourselves? Well, number one, this is your business, right? What if you were a storekeeper right now? Your store's closed for 4 or 6 weeks. You have inventory going bad. You still have to pay rent, and you're still paying your people, or you've laid them off. So you worry about when you do go back, if the rats have eaten your wheat and your rice, how you're going to come up with the money to pay your rent. You've terminated the people, or you put them off now, and who is going to help you run the store? And how am I going to feed my family? They have all these overheads, but we in Forever Living, in our job, we have no overheads to worry about. Our problem right now is we cannot get the products to you, and that is kind of beyond our control to some extent. Believe me, we have tried. We've even approached the government to try and see if they could help us, if we could get some permits. And so let me go back to see what Forever Living has done for you. Besides these great opportunities, a chairman's bonus check. And before I stray too far, let me remind you about the show that he's going to be on Tuesday. Our global rally in Sydney, the show we're going to have. It is going to be amazing. I'm aware of what is going to be shown. So first of all, congratulations to all the Chairman's Bonus people, all of the people that have qualified for the global rally, our Eagle managers. I congratulate all of you and thank you for your hard work and your commitment. Greatly, greatly appreciated. And don't miss out. There are some very exciting announcements that you should not be missing out on. I'm telling you that right now. So just make sure you have everything you need around you for that 2.5-hour show, because you don't want to miss any portion of it. There's going to be fabulous products. I know what those products are, and believe me, both the products that are going to be introduced, I have personally used. And I know they are fabulous. So again, great opportunity is going to be made available to you there. So beyond the fact that we've allowed you to do a 4K credit waiver and a leadership bonus waiver in March, just because products could not be made available to you for the last couple of weeks, we have given you that opportunity again because we care. We love you. We want you to be successful. We want India to continue to grow, and therefore we are giving you these special opportunities. So for all of you in India, do not take these things for granted. We want to do this because we love you and we care. Rex, Ruth, Greg, they all ask about you all the time. I mean, I talk to Rex on a daily basis, and he is always asking what's happening in India. He loves you. Ever since Greg and Aiden have come there, they can't stop talking about India, the warm-hearted people, the hospitality. So this is what you have going for you. So let me go through another few other things that we have. I'm going to go through my cheat sheet so that I can be sure that I don't miss anything. At the moment, the company does not allow you to new FBOs that have joined online, and until the original documents are in their hands, they don't allow you to sponsor. Well, because of this particular situation, we are temporarily going to allow wholesale qualified FBOs to sponsor. But it is your responsibility and the responsibility of your upline to make sure that as soon as life comes back to normal, that you will make sure all the paperwork gets into the office. So please don't disappoint us, okay? You will be allowed temporarily to let the new people that you sponsor who are wholesale qualified to be able to sponsor, which is something we had to open up for you. Because you're sitting at home, you can get them excited about the products, and if they have people behind them, under them, that they know of who want that opportunity, because obviously if you've been laid off, you probably have 10 other people in your office who have been laid off too, and they want to share the opportunity. So we are opening this up for you on a temporary basis. So use this to your advantage, okay? Use this. The other thing is, ever since this thing started, we were talking with the office and saying, what can we do? Can you approach the government? What can you do? And really, between Nikita and Harish, I said, you guys both go your own way. Figure out what you want to do, and we'll have a double-sided attack on the people and see, go to all the government people you can possibly think of and say, can you give us some leeway to be able to help our FBOs? Okay, so what we did was, with all the work that was done and all the effort that was put into it, we now have applied for emergency service passes for a few of our staff members in Mumbai. We just got those. So now we have some people that are working behind the scenes, getting your orders from last month filled, so that when we are able to open or when deliveries are starting, we can get those orders out to you without any additional delay, okay? And what I want you to do is just look at this. I'm going to name a few people for you, okay? And I want to tell you after I name them what they're doing right now. So we have Krishna Pujari, Pramod Yadav, Jadendra Maurya, Dharam Yadav, Dilip Matre, and Munna. All these people got passes, and 1 week after the lockdown, once those passes came in, they moved into the office and they have been living there. They have not gone home. They've not been with their families. They've not been in their homes. They are living there so that they can start packing those products and be able to get them to you. And we've got 25% of the orders from last month already packed. That is what our team is doing for you. We also have Ruel Rodriguez, Ashok Solanki, and Rohil Jaker. All of them, they are fighting their way to come into work every day and going back home every day. You know how difficult that is, right? How many times they get stopped. They have permission, but they still get hassled. But they are doing this because they're doing this because they want to do this for you. That's what Forever is about. We are not just going to sit back and say, oh, woe is me, we can't do anything. No, we're not doing that. Our staff is not doing that. The Home Office is not doing it. Our executives are not doing it. Our staff is not doing this. We are all working hard. We're all connected, and we are all trying to make sure that you guys are taken care of the best we can, but we still have to work within what the government requirements are. Just to get this approval, we had to apply at the central level. It has to then go to the state level for permission. Then it has to go to the city level. And you know how difficult and how cumbersome that can be, right? There are so many layers that you have to go through to get anywhere. So kudos to Harish, kudos to Nikita, kudos to Vishal and all the people that have worked really, really hard. We were having some issues last month with month end. Smita and some of her team members were on the phone till 1 o'clock in the morning, because I was online with them there, trying to get those resolved with our IT team here at the Home Office. They worked at it for hours just to resolve some of the issues that were being faced. Eventually, at about 2 o'clock, when Smita and her team went to bed for a while, our IT team continued to work on it. So by the morning, then everything was taken care of. And then Smita and all did all of their checking, double checking to make sure, as you know, they're not going to let anything get out there that could be a problem to the best ability they have. And then the next morning, they double checked everything. And I was very relieved when I got the email to say everything was working. This is the commitment our staff and our team is making to all of you guys. We are not saying, go do it, we don't care, we can't do anything for you. This is not what we are doing. This is not what Forever is about. This is not what Rex has taught us. This is not what Greg teaches us. We are a company with a heart. We really are. And we care. And if you will show the same commitment to your business that you care for the people, I think that is what's going to be really, really important. Let's see if I have anything else good news to share with you, or do you think you guys have had enough? If you've had enough, then I'll just say good night and that'll be it, huh? Okay. All right. One more thing. Leadership bonus qualification. I know some of you started qualifying in January and February for the 3 months you needed to requalify for leadership bonus. And then come March, your business suffered. And April, your business suffers. So we're going to give you May. We're going to ignore March and April. And we're going to give you May. And if you do January, February, and May, we will go ahead and count that. Say if you did not do it in January, you were planning to do February, March, and April. Again, we'll say, okay, March and April can't count because of the situation that we were facing. So we will do February, May, and June. Those are the programs we're going to get written, but you do have to do your requirements on those months, okay? So that's another thing we are going to allow you to do. We are going to allow these special things for you guys just so that we don't want you to hurt. We want you to be leadership qualified. We want you to be able to earn your leadership bonus and grow your business with strength. Another thing, I know that Greg announced already about the 1 additional month that we're going to be allowing. And also on your manager's retreat too, Harish, Nikita, and all gave you that news. So the news I'm going to share with you is on all the incentives, the Global Rally, EMR, in your manager's retreat, we are going to allow you to qualify on a pro rata basis. What does that mean to you? That means that we are not going to take April into account since you did not have access to the products for the majority of April. Okay? So what we are going to do is to qualify for, say, Global Rally, you are only going to be required to do 12 months. So you don't have to do the whole 1,500 cases. Those 1,500 cases will be divided by 12, and that is the amount, and the 11 months is what you will be doing. Harish, Nikita will give you more information on that. Okay? So that is what we are going to allow. It'll be on a pro rata basis for 11-month period, barring April. So the fact that you did not do much business in April, and I still hope you will, I still hope I can count on you to not completely give up, to buy your cases like you're required to do, to sponsor new people, get them active, so that in May you can hit the ground running. You do not want to be at a disadvantage. You do not want to be below the ground and have to dig yourself out when everybody's out there running and going and talking to all of the people who need our business. You will miss that golden opportunity. So please don't do that. Really realize, focus, focus, focus. There's no more important word for you right now than focus. So we've given you all of these special advantages, these special privileges, because we love you and we care about you. So please, show us what you can do. Show us how much you care about your business. Show us how much you care about your downline. Let's show Rex what we, the people in India, can do, that we are tough. You put these things in front of us, let's show him. We will rise above all of that. We will show Rex, we will show Greg, we will show the world that the Indians do not cower down when things get tough. They get resilient, they get strong, and they will show the world how this can be done no matter what is thrown before them. So I wish you all of the very best. I'm looking of rearing of great things coming out of India. Pretty soon, hopefully, you'll be getting products. I heard today that the government is opening up more trucks and allowing them to be moving around. If that's the case, chances are we'll be able to get the products to you even sooner than we thought it could be possible. But again, we'll see it when it happens. We are following every step. We are following every announcement. I'm being kept very, very closely involved. Greg is very involved. Rex is very involved. We love you. We care about you. We want to show you the path forward. You guys can do it. I know it. I've been there. I've seen how focused you can be. I've seen the amazing trainings you do. I've seen the motivation. 20 years in the business, you've got all that behind you. 20,000 people at your last success date, that was amazing. Take that and grow. Grow from it, work hard, be focused, be resilient, and show us how strong people can become stronger leaders. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate it. Wishing you all the very best, and have a fabulous week. Bye-bye.